Here's Johnny. Thank you. Well, hello there, my social media family. Being any person among yourselves, and like say, from my followers, as in a.k.a. subscribers, to visitors, even so, who are affiliated, associated with, and are representing my own particular personal YouTube social media channel, likewise chat room and comment section. How are you all doing? And for that matter, how are any of your loved ones being, like say, you know, a person among themselves otherwise, from your relatives, as in family members, to friends likewise who are affiliated or associated with and are representing your many different immediate personal households. Hopefully all is well that ends well, with one of many or with more than quite a few of you. And hopefully that being the same or similar can or could possibly be said and or stated for record when it comes to persons being me in mind. And moving right on. Anyway, Joe, I have a brand new social media broadcast, uh, social brand new social media broadcast of video content material for you all. Yes, and give me your own views and opinions, if you please, and from your own perspective and narrative. And as it is supposed to be about involving concerning God and making some sort of reference to how most recently I had nearly almost become subjected to experiencing quite a bit of an accident for this afternoon. And within my own particular neighborhood or vicinity area community within some such city limits, you know, where I'm presently located at as a resident or tenant, paying annual monthly rent, utilities, and etc. You know, for a used atmosphere of a place of residence of apartment. Unfortunately, being one of the worst or less preferred vicinity area neighborhood communities, or like this kind, within some such city and suburban limits, until I can get back to much more familiar territory. Read between the eyes, fill in blanks, if you know what I mean, compared to where I'm presently located at. You know, being one that is much more poverty stricken and much more crime ridden, and with more of the likes and worse neighbors from damn hell, public nuisance problem neighbor characters who come with the territory, being on the likes of criminal riffraff. But anyway, though, as I'm crossing the street within this neighborhood I'm presently located at, some young punk, is, you know, cruising on his e-bike or electronic motorbike or bicycle, and it's just showing so much disrespect for his elders because he could have hit me at some such given time with some of such as I'm crossing the street as a pedestrian, trying to think to get out of the way of traffic of the different motor vehicles coming and going and in whole different directions for an intersection. And he does a U-turn as I'm trying to get across the street as a pedestrian, and before he finally veered off and gone in a different direction, although he come so close to hit me. He didn't bother to apologize. Oh, my bad, like so. My bad. I'm sorry, Pops. You okay? You know? I'm sorry, old folks. You know, he didn't bother to apologize none whatsoever. Went to hang out with his his homies or friends shortly after on the corner. And I'm like, son of a, I'm like saying he ought to be thankful that I myself am willing to shrug it off, you know, that I'm not one of these other kind of guys or fellas or old folks that want to be slapping and then some. And the life you save may be your own, you know. They get me thinking about something so other, you know what I mean? And as underage minors as those being of children who make the other children of their peers and the rest of them look bad. Other children who are trying to do the right thing, trying to make some of themselves on a positive note compared to the likes of their kind of, uh, you know, punks, pimps, and prostitutes in training to follow in the footsteps of their older rival counterparts or grown-ups to make the can, a.k.a. JAIL jail, and the crazy house, aka a unit in a psych ward, like some kind of revolving door. And after you come across some, more like more often not some dirty cops, for that or some such to give them time. That could, you know, become a double jeopardy onto their persons. I'm like, what in the world? Are you freaking kidding me, youngster? You see, I'm trying to cross the street, and you nearly run me over with your e-bike or electronic motorbike or electronic bicycle, and then just goes and hangs out with one friend. Then give me a, a second and on serious thought from there. I'm like, that don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the disrespect for one's elder. I mean, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? I mean, I was like, disgusting. Disgusting. Shameless. Shameless. Shameful, rather. Shameful. Shameful behavior that would put one's peers to shame as well. This shameful act of that venom which could be compared onto this terrible tools compared to how one's peers otherwise would not go about like that of shameful behavior conduct or prove themselves to be shameless young adults trying to become pillars of society is what I meant to say. But that was just so ridiculous. Anyway, though, I would hope that you all would be glad that I myself am okay, all right, and would not have to pay a visit to a local vicinity area neighborhood community hospital, regardless of whether or not I myself were to have to do follow up at a you know medical clinic auxiliary affiliate associated with and representing one, you know, especially if more than his e-bike could have hit me as in one of those motor vehicles on the road for an intersection with traffic of the same going as well as coming, that's coming and going in four different directions, like like a T formation, different streets, with the many different motor vehicles. So I was like, wow. I mean, shameful behavior, shameful conduct, lack of home training. You know, I mean, where's the respect for the elders nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Where is the respect for the elders nowadays? I'm saying with more children misbehaving like they grew up without even a single parent to guide them in the right way. Like they've been raised in the streets by the likes of criminals that they themselves follow in the footsteps of not all children, but particular ones in question. And those kind of kids, being like babies, little monster kids, little monster animal kids, Yeah. And then when they end up in the can or the crazy house, they end up getting misused and abused themselves, like other children can get misused and abused in foster homes. I'm not saying that all foster parents are monsters or animals, but there's many more of the likes otherwise, vice versa, in times like these than ever before. Anyway, though, I just thought that I should share that with you all for that psalm on such a given moment in time, as it has been placed in my heart and mind, soul, and spirit, somewhere to make this particular social media broadcast or video content material, and whereas I would hope that one of many more than quite a few of you could have gotten something out of it. On this last note of interest, I would like to say, if you have not gotten Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in vein, but recognize and realize what He Himself, God, who had come in human form of a male for our own species, and restored reach between Himself and mankind, who became made His image, so that anybody, regardless of race, walk of life, gender, etc., race, walk of life, gender, age, etc., who could profess faith in and won't have to worry about ending up in the lake of fire down hell. Compared to most who go there, but could probably become one of the few that will become citizens of the kingdom of heaven and hopefully share the gospel message with others all the same, so that they could become likewise members of the household of faith. You all take care and be safe, and I guess this is wrap. And until next time, we're out. Peace.